Today we'll be starting with the discussion of this chapter, Deep Water, which is written by William Douglas. And in the first part of our discussion, we'll be starting with the in-depth analysis of the chapter story, and we'll be learning something about the author. William Douglas was born in Maine, Minnesota in 1898. After graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English and Economics, he spent 2 years teaching in high school in Yakima. However, he got tired of this and he decided to pursue a legal career. Douglas was a leading advocate of individual rights. He retired in 1971 with a term lasting 36 years, and he remains one of the longest serving justices in the history of American courts. From 1950 to 1961, Douglas traveled extensively in the Middle East and Asia. Douglas wrote many books about his experiences and observations during these trips. Other than writers from National Geographic, whom he sometimes met on the road, Douglas was one of the few American travel writers to visit these remote regions during this period in time. Now, moving on to the theme of this chapter, this theme basically revolves around how strong will, determination, and persistence go a long way in overcoming our fears. How these three values are important in achieving something which you wouldn't have otherwise thought for yourself. Author is narrating his personal experience in this chapter. So basically, it's a story narrated by the author himself. In this story, he tells us how he grew over his fear of water because of his strong will and determination and the value of never giving up. So let us know more about this incident, that which incident triggered the author to overcome the fear of water, and which incident grew author's desire to live more and live beautifully. So this story starts with the author narrating an incident at California Beach where he went with his father. So around when he went to California Beach, he was around 3 to 4 years old. When he was enjoying at the beach with his father near the waves, he was knocked down by the waves. So he was basically drowned in the waves and he was breathless for few seconds. But his father helped him get up and he was safe. Author was very frightened with this incident, but his father was laughing because it was such a funny incident that the waves buried author under themselves. So this was a very funny incident for the father, but not for the son, and this developed an aversion of water in author's mind. What I mean to say is that author got a phobia of water bodies. He couldn't go near them. This was not a phobia at a large scale, but he was fearful of going near water bodies in the coming years. This was the first incident that triggered the fear of water in author's mind. So, but he grew over these childish fears when he grew up a little more. He was around 10 to 15 years old when another incident happened with him. What this incident was that his mother advised him that he should go to Yakima River. He should not go to Yakima River. I'm sorry. His mother advised him that he should not go to Yakima River to overcome his fear of water and learn swimming. This is because of the many drowning incidents that happened there. Instead, he was advised to go to YMCA pool. So YMCA pool was 2 to 3 feet deep at the shallow end and 9 feet at the other end. So because of the presence of various instructors and many professionals around the pool, there was no chance that author could be done any harm. So his mother advised him that he should go to YMCA pool to learn swimming and get over his fear of water. So just after the author was getting comfortable learning this sport of swimming, a horrific incident happened with him. One day he was sitting at the edge of the pool. He was admiring the surrounding and how comfortable he was growing in his own skin and how comfortable he was growing learning the sport of swimming. At that exact moment, a big bruiser of a boy Basically, a big bruiser of a boy is a phrase that is used by the author to depict the humongous physical structure of the boy. So he came here near the author and he picked him up and threw him into the deep end of the water. You must be imagining how horrific that incident would have been for a child of 10 to 15 years old who had just started learning swimming and who already had a fear of water bodies. This was a very horrific incident for the author because he was basically struggling to survive. He was struggling to save his own life because nobody was there to help him. But when, at the first moment when the author was thrown into the pool, he did not lose all hope. He was not frightened out of his wits. He did not lose his common sense. Instead, he made a plan. He made a plan that what I would do is I would reach to the end of the pool. I would touch my feet to the surface of the pool, and I would apply all my force upwards. जैसे कि कोई एक जैसे जैसे ही आपने कभी देखा होगा कि एक पानी के बकेट में व्हेन यू पुट अप एनी hollow thing just as a mug, so when you put it on the surface of the water, what it does, it springs upwards. So this is what the author thought for himself. This is what the author thought, that I would do the same thing. I would just go deep into the surface of the pool. I would touch my feet there, and I would push myself up, and I would come up like a cork of a bottle on the surface of the pool, and I would paddle to the edge. This is the plan that the author made, despite him being drowned in the pool. So this shows us that how practical Douglas was. But his plan failed miserably, obviously because he was thrown at the deep end, and 9 feet was a very huge distance, a very huge depth that the author had to cover. Obviously, he couldn't jump that much and come to the surface of the pool. So this plan failed miserably. So the first attempt gone waste. What happened to the author was he came up more slowly to the water. Instead of coming to the surface, he came up in the pool itself. So he grew more frightened. But all of a sudden, all he was seeing around himself was water. Yellowish water. He was seeing a yellowish water body around him, which was frightening him out of his wits. But he also tried to shriek. उसने चीख भी मारने की कोशिश की, बट उसकी जो आवाज थी वो पानी के अंदर ही दब के रह गई. तो उसने एक सेकंड अटेम्प्ट करने की कोशिश की. What he did was he repeated the same process again, but he failed miserably. Now he came up a little bit higher, but all he did was a deja vu. All he experienced was a deja vu. And for another time, फिर से ही उसके साथ वही हुआ. वो फिर से ऊपर आया, but surface पे नहीं आ पाया. Right? So this is what happened to the author. Now, after the second attempt, he even tried a third time going up to the surface of the water. But when he started to apply all the might of his legs stuck in water, just like dead weights. Just like someone had tied very heavy weights to his legs, and his legs were not moving. Only his pounding head and heart were the signs that he was alive. So the third time when he tried going to the surface of the water, he had lost all the stamina. Now his lungs were experiencing lack of oxygen. He had gave up. So ultimately, the author fell unconscious. It appeared to the author as if the curtain of life had fell. The curtain of life had fell. It means that the author felt as if he was dead. He was feeling so peaceful. When he was not trying to come up to the surface, that it felt as if he was in his mother's arms. So ultimately, what happened? Author's strength had gone. He had given up, and he was not trying anymore to come up to the surface. But thank God, fortunately, he was saved by his instructor, and the big bully was scolded and he was expelled from the pool. His mother came to help him. His mother took him home, and it took him months and some years to overcome the fear of water. At the same night which this incident happened, the author couldn't eat. In the coming days, he avoided water as much as he could. He couldn't go near water. The moment he went near a water body, his legs froze. He couldn't enjoy many water sports for many years to come. Canoeing, rowing, and swimming itself. He couldn't enjoy any water body, and all of his vacations, all of his summer vacations were spoilt because of this. But one fine day in October, later in his life, he decided that I will overcome this fear of water. So this tiny fear cannot let me ruin the vacations that I have. One day he was determined, and what he did was he hired an instructor to get over this fear of water. So after hiring the instructor, it took him 6 months to learn swimming, to overcome his fear of water. What the instructor did was he made a pulley on the pool. So on one end of the pulley was Douglas. Douglas was tied with a rope on one end, and the one end of the rope was in the hands of the instructor. So what the instructor did was he slowly let go of the rope, and Douglas slowly went into the pool. So in that way, Douglas was not completely into water, but he was into water. This was a partial experience. These were the first baby steps that the instructor was taking when he was making the author feel comfortable with water. So the moment the instructor let go of the rope, the old fear, the recurring fear came up again in author's mind. His legs were paralyzed. He was totally paranoid, and he couldn't do much about this feeling because this was such a old fear. But he was determined. He trained under the instructor for 6 months, and finally he came up at such a level that he was able to do many techniques of swimming like breaststroke, etc. He could swim backwards. He could do everything that a swimmer can do. This is the determination that author had in his mind, which made him a swimmer within 6 months, despite him having a fear of water in his mind. Still, after training under the instructor for 6 months, he was not satisfied. He still had a doubt in his mind that I might have a fear of water pending in my mind. He still had residual doubts of his fear of water. So what he did was he went to Lake Wentworth. One day he was camping with his friends. So what he did was he went to Lake Wentworth. Lake Wentworth is a water body. So he went there. This might have been a water body near the camping site. So he went there. He made a round of the water body, and that fear of water came again in his mind. So what he did was he said, "Well, Mr. Terror, what can you do now?" All he said to that fear was, "Well, Mr. Terror, what can you do now? I am swimming and I will go on swimming. You cannot do anything to me." So the moment he said this to himself, the fear fled away immediately. So this little bit of fear that came in his mind, it went away immediately. Still, after swimming in Lake Wentworth, he still had some doubts. So he went to Warm Lake, and after swimming in Warm Lake, all of his doubts were cleared. Now he was not a tiny bit fearful of water bodies. Douglas was very happy when he overcame his fear of water. So from this experience, all in all, what we gather is that what the author gathered was that all we have to fear is fear itself. इस स्टेटमेंट का मतलब ये है कि हम जब भी कोई चीज ट्राई करने की कोशिश करते हैं तो हम उस चीज में फेल होने से डरते हैं, ना कि उस चीज को करने से. right? Most of us are fearful of failure, not of trying that thing. हम डर से डरते हैं, हमें डर से डरना चाहिए, ना कि उस चीज को करने से. We should overcome the fear of doing things. We should overcome the fear of failure, because we know that consciously we can do that thing, but we are fearful of doing that thing. So all we have to fear is fear itself. उस डर को दूर करना चाहिए, ना कि उस चीज से भागना चाहिए. This statement was made by the author, and he also said that when he experienced death and the terror that it brought with it, his will to live grew in intensity. This is a very beautiful line given in the concluding lines of the chapter by the author. He said that जब उसने death को experience किया और उसके साथ जो डर आया, उससे उसे पता लगा कि वो कितना और जीना चाहता था. So we should live our life to the fullest, and when we should not give in to the experience of fear. We should not fear trying new things, trying adventurous things. We should just go on, because ultimately एक जो डर होता है मन में, वो ही हमें रोकता है न्यू एक्सपीरियंसेस को ट्राई करने से. So this is all about the chapter. Thank you.